Gentlemen and beautiful ladies. Okay guys, it's easier for me to make a real quick spice video than it is to answer all these emails. I do have a new blend, aka zombie dust, right there. I said a long time ago, if you see some guy's picture on a bottle, you need to buy that product. You may not really care for it, but I can guarantee you it's good. Notice a resemblance. I can't talk about this new spice without talking about chili piquins. They grow in northern Mexico and Texas, and they grow wild. They're hard to get, but they have a very unique flavor. They're 58,000 on the Scoville scale. Your average jalapeno is 8,000. But that's just because it says it's hot. It has a different heat signature. And that's what's so hard to explain. When you bite into this, the heat comes on and then it goes away. It doesn't drag down the throat like cayenne. It doesn't inflame your whole mouth like up into your sinuses, maybe like a jalapeno. It has a different flavor to it. When I eat this, I probably have 7 or 8 of these with a hamburger. I'll eat one of these, take a bite of the hamburger. When I get done with the hamburger, I got sweat coming off my brow. I'm breathing hard. I almost feel like I ran a marathon. That's what chili heads are after. That is what's in this jar. This, depending on your heat tolerance, you put on a little. You can just dust your hamburger, put it in the food, whatever, or a lot. You're going to be able to kick it up or kick it down. That's your learning curve, not mine. I know where I am on this. But it's easier carrying this in the truck to put on my hamburgers than it is to carrying these around or leaving it at deer camp or leaving it in the kitchen, wherever. I got one at work. I got one pretty much within 5 feet of me all the time because I just love kicking up my food. I'm going to do a little taste on this. Let's see. I've eaten this so many times. It's got a twang because I put some citrus in there. Woodsy smell. Now woodsy smell, woodsy flavor. Then the heat comes on. Here comes the heat. It's just like a chili piquin. I already did this earlier, so the heat's already there. Okay, the heat builds, and then the heat's going to drop off. If I took a big old scoop of this, you know, I'd really be feeling it. Okay. It tastes really good. Now it mellows out when you put it on the food a little bit, but it's still there. By the time you get done eating, if you put it on properly and you know what you're doing, by the time you get done eating whatever you cooked, you're gonna be like, oh man. Chili heads know what I'm talking about. If you're a chili head, this is where you need to be. Anyway, y'all, it's easier for me to do this video. I do appreciate you watching, and if you care, I'm going to go through these real quick. So, thanks y'all. Let me go through these other ones. Alright y'all, magic dust. Fajita seasoning. Just throw away your salt and pepper. Throw this on everything. Manual at You Know You Want It Food Porn on Facebook. I think it's the one that calls it magic dust, and he's right on. You just put this on everything. Anything you need to season, you just throw it on there. Fajitas are pretty much everything. If you know what you're doing, you can actually cook fajitas in the house on a cast iron skillet and make them taste like you cooked it outside. That's how good this is. Not kidding. If you understand what you're doing. But either way, you're going to be pretty close. Steak seasoning. Anything beef. A lot of people experiment and putting it on a whole bunch of things. I prefer it just on my beef. Hamburgers and, you know, meatballs and meatloaf, things like that. I do mix it around sometimes, but steak seasoning. Feral wasabi. This, y'all, has a little curry in it. It has the wasabi in it. It's not horseradish, it's actually wasabi. There's a difference. A lot of the wasabi is horseradish. that, you know, they call it wasabi, but it's not. This has wasabi in it. This stuff here on shrimp, hands down the best you're gonna ever have. I got a buddy of mine that takes it and puts it on pork. It's pretty good, but he mixes it with redneck rub, and it comes out really, really tasty. This one here, I prefer it on seafood, but a lot of people are preferring it on their chicken and beef. I put it on beef too, but for me, my preference is seafood with this one, shrimp and things like that. But I live on the Gulf Coast, so that's kind of like a weekly thing around here. But I do put it on chicken and stuff. It just depends, you know. You get in a mood. You're like, hey, I need some of that, and there you go. Redneck rub right there. This here, lots of paprika. Color on it's awesome. Of course, you got your brown sugar in there. This makes a bark like no other. Chicken. I hate chicken breast. I put this on my chicken breast when I cook them inside. I can eat it. I hate chicken breasts. They're up there with breakfast tacos. They're just nasty. But this one mixed with some of these others, it's rocking. This by itself is rocking on pork, chicken. It's pretty much anything you need to do. If you're grilling, barbecuing, that type of thing. Texas lumbre. Now that means fire, y'all. Spanish word for fire. It's a different one. Instead of fuego, I think it is fuego. Anyway, Texas lumbre. This stuff is kind of amazing me at the uses I've been seeing people use it for. It's pretty much everything. I've been putting it in my ramen noodles, which somebody told me to do. Somebody's putting in a cheesy mac. That's polo. Y'all, it's going in everything, but I like making borracho beans. Not Boston baked beans, but borracho beans with hunks of meat in it and peppers and stuff. When you add this into that, that's all you have to add. Rockin', good stuff. You can make Spanish rice with this. I also like it on fish mixed with the redneck rub. You put this on shrimp, mix it with the redneck rub, and then cook your shrimp. It's really good. So, but it's experimentation time. I got tons of seasoning in the pantry, and sometimes I gotta use those because I'm just not in the mood for these. This one here, you can mix and match. This is the chili head thing right here, and it's not so hot that if you're not a chili head, it's going to kill you. But it is some serious. It's enough. It is definitely enough. There's a fine line between heat and flavor. This is my favorite because I'm a chili head. I do like hot things. I do like things that are a little bit spicy. This is going to get your attention, and I made a lot of people sweat with it. So those that know, and I do appreciate you watching, and thanks for your time.